little bit of an update about Amazon and GS1 and the UPC barcode shenanigans that have overtaken us. So this just happened on the weekend, which is kind of interesting, from Speedy Barcodes, and it's general questions, I think. They just updated their terms of service. Basically what they've said is, oh, here we go. If you read that little thing there, basically what they're saying is that Amazon has basically stopped allowing companies like Speedy Barcodes, and indeed you would imagine therefore nationwide barcodes, but they haven't said anything at all, interestingly. They've stopped recognizing the barcodes that they purchased and they're now reselling. So ages and ages ago, you could buy barcodes from an originator and they were A-OK. And then, so what companies like Speedy Barcodes and Nationwide and other companies like that did, they've just purchased bazillions of them, like loads and loads and loads of them, because they were just basically giving them away. And then they resell them, and you and people like you and I can now buy them and utilize them. However, Amazon 3 years ago made an investment into a company called GS1, who are barcode originators. So Amazon made an investment into that company, and of course they want to see their investment return an investment. And so what they have slowly, methodically started to do is to require that sellers on Amazon, or products, should I say, let's use the correct terminology, products on Amazon, the UPC barcodes that are used for those products are in the GS1 database. Now, the GS1 database is either very, very up to date or very, very out of date, depending on how you look at it. So if you look at it like it's very, very out of date, like Speedy Barcodes wants them to do, then your barcode will not be in the GS1 registrar of barcodes, and therefore Amazon could, notice that little disclaimer there, could say, no, we're not going to let you list that product with that barcode, all right? So why is that a problem? Well, it's a major pain in the arse because barcodes from GS1 just happen to be in Australia like $80 to $90, depending on how many you buy, but they're like $80. And you don't just pay that one time, you pay that every year. Basically what you're doing is you're leasing that barcode from GS1. And so you have to pay GS1 every year, $80 a year, whatever it is, for the rights to use that barcode. Whereas with somebody like Speedy Barcodes or Nationwide Barcode, then you don't need to do that. I'll just bring this back up so you can have a look at something different. You don't need to do that. You buy the barcodes and then you can use the barcodes and you can see, they're much, much cheaper. One barcode is $5, although that's US dollars, but still, $6.30 Aussie, whatever it is. So it's much, much cheaper. So what does that mean for us? Well, here's my take on it. If you are planning to have your products become brand registered and utilize Amazon's brand registry, then I believe really it's a must now to use GS1 barcodes. So if you are planning to use brand registry to sell your products through Amazon and to use all the enhanced brand content, etc., I think now you've got to get GS1 barcodes. I believe that is the case. Certainly that would be the case for me. And if you are doing bundling and one of your bundle items is a reasonably well-known brand name, which in all likelihood would have a GS1 barcode, then that bundle must also, therefore, I think it's fair to say now, have a GS1 barcode. If, however, your bundle doesn't have a well-known widely recognized brand name, so they probably didn't get GS1 barcodes, then you should be okay. That's my take on it. Now, I know that sucks, but Amazon is an ever-changing beast, and we just have to stay flexible to what's happening with Amazon. Basically that's what we have to do. We've got to stay flexible. Ross Goodings, GS1 is more like 700 per annum. Nope. Then go look somewhere else, Ross. It's not $700 per annum. They're charging. It depends how many you want, of course, but that's not how much they cost. I would give them a call if you're all confused. That's probably the best thing to do. So if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, what does that mean? Well, if you are brand new to Amazon and you are now planning to start selling things on Amazon, the chances are that it would be a good idea for, instead of you using a company like Speedy Barcodes or Nationwide Barcodes, it's probably just a better idea to go straight for a GS1 barcode. I can foresee a time in the future where they simply say every product listed on Amazon must have a GS1 barcode. Now, whether they apply that retroactively or not, I don't know. It would be surprising if they did, because it would obliterate 90% plus of their catalog. So that would be surprising. But they could say, hey, we are moving towards GS1 only barcode. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a grace period to get a GS1 barcode for your product. So we will allow you in this instance to change your UPC and to change that UPC for a GS1 based UPC. I could quite easily imagine that happening. Will that happen? I don't know. Could happen though. The good thing about that, if it does, is it will definitely protect sellers more and more and more. It will definitely stop a lot of shenanigans from unscrupulous sellers on Amazon too. So there's swings and roundabouts for it, for sure. There's swings and roundabouts for it. But the downside initially is increased costs through GS1 versus somebody like Speedy Barcodes. So that's my take on it. Hope that helps. UPC, Universal Product Code. It's that little barcode that shows up on the side of a product. UPC. Let's see if we can get a picture of one. There you go. That's a UPC barcode. That's what all that means. Okay. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.